All right, let's talk about something really important. We all get taught about physical first aid, what to do for a cut, or even CPR. But what about first aid for our minds? That's what we're diving into today, mental health first aid. And honestly, it's a skill that's becoming more essential every single day.
Just think about this for a second. 1 in every 4 people will face a mental health challenge. Look around your office. Think about your family. That means it's pretty much guaranteed to affect someone you know and care about. This isn't some far-off issue. It's right here, right now.
And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If someone collapses, we know to call for help. But if someone is having a panic attack or sinking into depression, most of us just freeze. We're so scared of saying the wrong thing that, a lot of the time, we end up saying nothing at all. So, what this creates is this huge, widespread struggle that happens in silence. There's this massive gap between how many people need support and how many of us actually feel equipped to give it. And there are some pretty big reasons for that gap.
And it really boils down to 2 huge roadblocks: stigma and just plain misinformation. That fear of being judged, of being seen as weak, especially at work, it forces these conversations into the shadows. And when no one talks, these myths and stereotypes just keep on growing.
That's why the workplace is such a critical place to start. I mean, think about it. We spend most of our waking hours there. So if we can create a culture of understanding and support at work, that doesn't just stay in the office, it ripples out. It makes our whole society healthier. And the difference is just so stark, right? If you break your arm, the path is clear, you go to a doctor. But for our mental health, that path can feel so foggy. Where do you even start? It shows you this fundamental inequality in how we treat our overall well-being. So how on earth do we start to fix this?
Well, the answer is by giving people a new kind of first aid kit, one that's not for the body, but for the mind. And that is exactly where mental health first aid, or MHFA, comes into the picture.
So what is it exactly? Well, just like physical first aid, it's that first, initial help you give to someone who's struggling. It's not about playing therapist. It's about being a bridge, a safe, human connection to get someone from a moment of crisis to the professional support they need.
And this is a super important point to get. A mental health first aider, or MHFAider, is that first point of contact. Your job is to listen, to support, and to point them in the right direction. You are not there to diagnose, to treat, or to counsel. Knowing where that line is, that's absolutely key.
So, let's say you decide to take an MHFA course. What are the actual practical skills you're going to walk away with? Let's take a look under the hood.
You basically get this incredible toolkit. You learn to spot the early warning signs of mental ill health, things that most of us would probably miss. You practice how to really listen, with empathy, without trying to jump in and fix everything. You'll build the confidence to actually start those tough conversations. And, so importantly, you learn how to take care of yourself too, so you don't burn out while you're helping others.
And the heart of the whole training is this really simple, easy-to-remember action plan called ALGE. It's your roadmap. A is for approach. L is for listen non-judgmentally. G is for give support and information. And the last 2 E's are for encourage. First, to get professional help, and second, to lean on other supports, like friends and family. It's a game changer because it turns good intentions into real, effective action.
Okay, this all sounds amazing in theory, but what does it actually take to become a certified mental health first aider? Let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Well, first off, they make it super accessible. You can take the course online or face-to-face. It's broken up into 4 sessions, which makes it flexible. And here's something I love. They keep the group small, only up to 16 people. That way it's a genuinely safe and supportive space where you can feel comfortable learning and asking questions.
And people who've actually done it just rave about it. When you hear someone say it's one of the best training courses I've ever done, that tells you just how powerful and eye-opening this experience really is.
Now, I know you're probably wondering about the cost. It's a real consideration. As you can see, prices can vary a bit depending on who you go with, but this gives you a pretty clear ballpark of the investment.
And what do you get for that? It's way more than just the class time. You get a workbook, a digital manual you can always refer back to, a little wallet card with the ALGE plan on it, which is so handy, and of course, you become a certified MHFAider for 3 years.
But here's the thing. Becoming an MFAider, it's not just about getting a certificate. It's about starting something. It's about creating this incredible ripple effect of support that goes way beyond just you.
And what's so cool is that the support for you doesn't stop when the course ends. Not at all. You become part of this national community. You get access to a 24/7 support app, ongoing training, webinars. They make sure you feel connected and your skills stay sharp.
So at the end of the day, here's what it all comes down to. Every single person who gets this training becomes a force for good. You become an enemy of stigma. And that knowledge, that empathy, it doesn't just stay with you. It spreads. It changes conversations. And that truly has the power to improve and even save lives.
This feeling is just captured so perfectly in this quote. You know, the scale of the mental health crisis can feel like this massive, overwhelming ocean. But being an MHFAider is about choosing to be that one drop that starts a new ripple. It's a small act that has such profound meaning. Which really just leaves one final question. Knowing the need, knowing the skills you can learn, and knowing the incredible difference just one person can make. Could you be that drop in the ocean?